Well, many countries around the world, yes, celebrate their own national coffee days at various dates throughout the year. Well, in March of 2014, the member states of the International Coffee Organization agreed to organize International Coffee Day on the 1st of October to actually create a single day of celebration for coffee lovers around the world. To speak to us about this and more, we have Mr. Nelson Tugume. He is the CEO of Coffee City and also Inspire Africa Coffee, the good coffee that we enjoy right here on Morning at NTV every beautiful weekday. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, Mr. Romeo. It's a pleasure having
me here. Having you right here in our studios. How is Uganda celebrating this very auspicious day?
One is that Uganda, as you very well know, that coffee is one of the most important crops for us, but not just crops. Now we're taking it to be a beverage, and that's what we've been preaching about. So we joined the world to say we are coffee lovers, not just only on growing it, but also on sipping a cup of coffee. So every time is a cup of coffee. Lunchtime, you have a cup of coffee. In the morning, have a cup of coffee. Later on, you have a cup of coffee. But most importantly, this time, it's about fair trade and world practices. So when we talk about fair trade and world practices, what do we mean? We mean that my mother, your mother, any small household farmer, as he grows this coffee for these donkey years, must have a fair price, must have a fair pay. As I enjoy this cup of coffee here at the Serena in Europe, in Asia, in China,
with the ambassadors in the US,
wherever, I must realize that there is someone back out there that must realize a better price. And if you must have seen and realized it for the last couple of months, our advocacy have been on, can we have better quality to attract better price?
Can we have better quality to attract better prices? In that regard, what efforts have been made to add value to our coffee, Mr. Tugume?
One is that we are going into what you call even washed robustas.
All right.
Gone are those days when we never actually wash our robustas, but now we are going into to wash our robustas because the last couple of weeks and months that we've been in some of the markets in the diaspora, actually washed robustas have tended to have certain fruity chocolate kind of taste that even have confused some of the coffee professionals to even think that they are Arabicans.
I see.
So those are one of the interventions to make sure we reach into that and have better quality coffee, wash robustas. How do we handle our coffee as well? But number two, I want to say this, that on the World Coffee International Day, we must also start appreciating the farmer.
We need to appreciate the farmer.
The farmer.
Indeed.
And that small household farmer.
Mr. Tugume, you have been on an international tour, especially in the United States. Is this part of efforts to actually brand our coffee, Ugandan coffee, internationally?
Absolutely.
What did you see?
This is one of our efforts, as you realize and as you've said, that we've been on this tour, but also now is to talk to Ugandans and tell them this is an effort that we must do. This is a war that we must be part of to ensure we have good quality coffees together. The farmer, the exporter, everyone in the coffee value chain. Because you see, Romeo, this is what is happening. You have your bad coffees, I have my good coffees. When we put them together, we distort the quality. And that's what we've been even now pushing a lot on what you call specialty coffees, niche markets. When I was in Europe and the United States, I was working a lot on the niche markets. Romeo, you have about even 500 grams. Your micro lot can go direct to the US to a company called Bean and Bean.
I hear you.
And then you're able to get this better price because you have got your coffees done very well. And therefore, you should be able to get that price. So the whole idea is, can we get our stories as Ugandans out there? Can we say we have the best coffees? I believe one of those things, that we have the best coffees, our volcanic soils, our climate. leads us to have the best coffees.
Essentially, improved quality for our coffee will translate into better income for our farmers and the whole economy as a whole.
Absolutely.
The CEO of Coffee City and also Inspire Africa Coffee, Nelson Tugume, many thanks and an honor to have you on NTV at 1.
Thank you. And thank you so much. As you well know that we're celebrating the International Coffee Day today at the Coffee City.
All right.
Please, all of you people, join us. We will be able on our webinar, on please on Zoom, Facebook and YouTube. Let's celebrate and even talk about real issues that probably we've not been able to talk about. But indeed, just for only one thing, to make sure our farmer get a better price.
Indeed, the farmer shall indeed benefit. Nelson Tugume, thank you very much. 1:20, some 21 minutes have passed 1 p.m. and you're still watching NTV at 1. A break is in the offing, but we return shortly with more news, including an international news wrap.